The Game Awards happened last night, and man, there were a lot of cool announcements. I collected some of my favorites, my personal favorites, the stuff that I think you would not want to miss, that I really, really enjoyed. Let's get into it. Hey, before we get into it, though, thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell to know when my videos go live. I think I left it on from the last video. Real quick, so we're going to be going over all of the cool announcements, and I think y'all know what the first one's going to be. It is our first look at Ninja Theory's Hellblade 2. This was entirely gameplay. This was all in engine. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that this is one of the first games that we are seeing running in Unreal Engine 5. And if this is a peek at what we can expect in the future, I am blown away. And I can't wait to see what game developers are able to do in this engine. We are met by Senua, and I'm just going to sort of skip forward through this trailer a bit so you can see some of the more interesting stuff. She goes into a cave and encounters some sort of large inhuman type figure who she battles against. Look at the water down here, the little effects, the light that's hitting the water and reflecting off the water, how the shadows are all happening in real time. And it's just really, really neat stuff. One thing that I really, really noticed was how the flame actually seems like flame. Like, it doesn't just seem like a texture that they're utilizing, the water effects, like everything in here is so neat. Look at the lighting. They have to be using the Lumen engine to do a lot of these lighting effects. It is so, so cool. If you're a fan of Unreal or any of this tech stuff, the demo for Hellblade 2, Senua's Sacrifice, really, really cool stuff. Probably one of the things that stuck with me the most. It looks absolutely phenomenal. But there was another one that was not gameplay, also very unexpected, that caught my eye, and I'll just jump into it right away. And that was, I had to check the name here really quick. That was Star Wars Eclipse. So this is a new game from Quantic Dream, of all people. And, you know, there's always been sort of this caginess with the Quantic Dream games, but Star Wars really, really feels like an opportunity for them to shine. They focus on storytelling and having your choices matter throughout the experience. It's really, really cool that they have the opportunity to work with this license. I'm really curious to see what they do. All of this is CG. None of this is in-game. So consider this more a proof of concept trailer. I imagine walking through bustling businesses and having some sort of a space battle scenes. And as we know, the Quantic Dream games deal a lot with a little bit of gameplay and then some storytelling via the visuals, where we get to make choices and determine what unfolds. I did have to actually laugh out loud because this came right after. So this is right after the Hellblade 2 trailer, and we see Quantic Dream. It's like, okay, you start envisioning what they're going to do with an IP like that. And then here it is, not actual gameplay right away after that phenomenal Hellblade 2 trailer. Still really, really excited about Star Wars Eclipse. I cannot wait to see what they do with that IP. Next up, we had a little bit of a surprise. Now, whenever you get a remaster, I'm never like shocked when there's a sequel on the way. So it was Alan Wake 2, right? I didn't really know what it was at first, but getting to see this sort of reveal where we get a look at some of the settings where we're going to go and a look at the character, I wasn't surprised, only because we just got the Alan Wake remake. And now we're getting a sequel to the series. So very excited about it. Looks really good. They do point out at the beginning of this trailer, also not actual gameplay, but they are making it a survival horror game coming in 2023. It is coming to all platforms, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. All right, next up, definitely unexpected in the best possible way. Let's take a look at the next one. I am really, oops, it's not playing. I am really, really excited to talk about Wonder Woman Now, this is from Monolith, so if you're unsure, this is from the people who made Shadow of Mordor with the Nemesis system. We haven't known what they're working on for so long. It's just a teaser of the character, we don't believe that this is an engine or anything like that, but it is a look at Wonder Woman. They did a good job on the character model, at least for the cinematics. I think she works really, really well for this type of game. I cannot wait to see what they've managed to do here with the Wonder Woman IP. And I do think it works. I think it will work really, really well, the same way that Shadow of Mordor did. And I'm stoked. Like, you start imagining what they did with Shadow of Mordor, and then you put Wonder Woman sort of into those scenarios. She could traverse using her whip. We don't know how they're going to handle everything. Very excited to see what they do. Okay, this game, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. I haven't known what to think of this for so long. I'm like, okay, you got the charm of the characters, right? But how are they going to play? And it turns out I'm really, really into it. You have a guy who can straight up fly. You have a guy who can run like the Flash. You have Harley Quinn, who is able to zip around in the same way that Spider-Man does. And then you have the big shark, who is basically Hulk from Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, running up the sides of buildings. And you can play as all of these characters simultaneously in a group. I'm on board. I was very unsure about this, but seeing how they've handled the Flash, how they brought Brainiac into everything, and they have you go and kill the Justice League. Of course, we're not going to kill them. We'll knock them out, or we'll detain them in some way, right? This one won me over. This is the first trailer for the Justice League, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game that really, really sold me on it. I cannot wait to play. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And the charm is there throughout the gameplay action also. Okay, this one I'm just gonna give a mention. It's so this one to me is basically a Destiny prequel. Basically, like, you have the Shanks here. They're shooting. They look like Shanks. You have different classes and abilities, cool weapons that you can find, and I'm imagining Destiny, but with more grounded, realistic characters. So for me, seeing these heroes and the effects, like, the world looks really, really gorgeous. I'm actually quite excited about this. I think it looks really, really good. And I believe it's being developed in Canada. Arc Raiders, it's from Embark. Yeah, it's from Embark. So I believe this is either the X, sorry for not knowing this off the top of my head. This is either the X DICE developers or the X BioWare people. No. The BioWare game is coming a little bit later. Still, look at this. This looks awesome. This looks like a ton of fun to do with your friends. And I'm serious. I think it looks really, really cool. I can't wait to play more. Let's just move on. I'm actually going to show you the other one really quick. So the other one from X BioWare people being developed up in Canada is, let me check the name again. Nightingale. Nightingale is sort of this horror adventure. I don't really know what to make of it. The characters look really weird. There's a teleportation mechanic. It's team-based. This is their first game, and they've managed to get pretty far along on it in just a year or two. And I'm into it. I'm really, really curious to see what an ex-BioWare team could do. They're probably just down the street from whatever BioWare is doing these days. Game looks very, very pretty. I don't know what else to say about it. It looks interesting, a little bit of scary, a little bit of mystical, and I am here for it. The PlayStation game that I have been talking about for a long time is Forspoken. Do not sleep on Forspoken. I'm a little curious what they're going to do with the story. It seems like it's going to be Chronicles of Narnia, like you're a real world person. You come to this mystical world with a very clear evil and a clear what seems to be a good anyway from the start, and you have to make your decision about how you handle these situations. But at the end of the day, what really, really stands out to me is the combat, the mechanics, and the abilities that you get as the main protagonist. You're going to be running around. I believe they are doing some sort of 4K 60 thing in here. They've done some videos about the technology, and I've made a few pieces of content about that. Really, really excited to see and play Forspoken. It is looking really, really cool. Look at the abilities. Invisibility. You got all these cool, elemental abilities that you can just wreck everybody with. Creepy bad guys. Definitely my kind of vibe. Really interested to see what that ends up being at the end of the day. There's even more cool powers further along in the trailer. Now, if you're like me, you probably saw that Sonic the Hedgehog teaser where somebody had built a Sonic game in Unreal or something like that, and they just had Sonic run around a world fast. Well, Sonic Frontiers actually takes Sonic the Hedgehog and lets him run free. It is the first game where we have big open areas where Sonic can just run around freely and sort of do his thing. And we get a look at some of those areas right here. Being able to go to Knothole Village, run around this area, find all the hidden collectibles. It just has, it screams Legend of Zelda Sonic to me, and it looks so good. Actually really excited about a Sonic game. Hopefully they don't let us down because this looks awesome. I can't wait to see what gameplay is like. All right, what else do I have on? There's so many. There were so many cool announcements during the show that I wanted to talk about. This one might surprise you a little bit because I think it's going to fly under a lot of people's radar, but it's a Star Trek game from Telltale developers. So basically, for me, Star Trek, especially like rewatching The Next Generation last year, it reminded me that Star Trek is not about the action sequences. This game does show some action because everybody likes action. Star Trek is about the difficult decisions the commander has to make and the ways that he comes to those conclusions of making those decisions. I think a Telltale type game telling Star Trek stories is perfect. A perfect combination of intertwined storytelling, where, like, let's say you decide to help these people out or not help them, and then that has repercussions further down in the storytelling. I can't wait to see what they do here. And I think Star Trek is a really, really good game to experiment with this type of storytelling. Let's not get too far in my video before I talk about, I'm going to go a little bit further into this one to show when the cool stuff happens. This is Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. I had not played the first Space Marine, but man, they did a good job of making this look fun. You play a big space soldier, no pressure, Master Chief, or anything, but these guys look badass. It looks like they're not putting up with anybody's guff, and they actually show a little bit of gameplay if I just skip ahead here. So they show the big reveal of that character, and then they actually hop and show some in-engine stuff. Lots of enemies, and you just get to slay out as the main protagonist in this. It looks good. Sign up now, spacemarine-2.com. And it's there's a PlayStation. I'm using the PlayStation logo, but I actually don't know everything that this is coming out on. So I think that was 10. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're already at 11. I'm going to do some honorable mentions here. One game that I have been waiting to hear more about was Crossfire X. I thought this was a good trailer. It does a good job of showcasing the action and sort of experiences that we can get. We got a release date finally. It's in February. I believe it was it February? Let's just skip. Let's spoil it. February 10th, 2022. We finally have a release date. We get a little bit more gameplay. It is looking good. It's looking like they put a lot of polish into it. Clearly 60 frames per second. Am I playing this at 2x or is it just that smooth? Nope, playing at normal speed. Yeah, Crossfire X, don't sleep on it. It's going to be on Game Pass, I think. I'm like 99% sure it's going to be on Game Pass. So be sure to at least check it out because it's from Remedy and it looks like they're doing some really, really cool stuff. All right. What else did I have for honorable mention? Oh, A Plague Tale. So I still haven't finished the original Plague Tale. I know, but seeing these shots from A Plague Tale 2, I have to finish that original game. This is looking so good. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is from Asobo. They do amazing work with graphics, and it's coming to everything, basically. So you don't really have an excuse. The original Plague Tale is on Game Pass. Play it now. I've heard nothing but positive things with the story. I'm on like chapter 2 or 3. I'm still pretty early. I need to get a little bit further. But yeah, wow. God, these shots just look so good, and they seem to be in engine. So can't wait to see more on that one. We also got our first sneak peek of the Halo television series, and I believe we see I'm just going to guess. I'm guessing it's Master Chief, Linda, Kelly. There's Master Chief. I think we see Linda, Kelly, and Frederick. I'm guessing those are the protagonists. That's got to be Dr. Halsey. She seems young. So I'm guessing Linda, maybe. Not sure. Linda, Kelly, and I'm just totally guessing here. And then the last one is Frederick, and that is Blue Team, right? And those are the people that usually roll with Master Chief. I'm not sure. I could be totally off base on that one, but I am liking what I see from the Halo TV show this far. The costumes look right. Chief looks right. I can't wait to see him come in there. And if they even come close to what they were able to do with The Mandalorian, I think we're in for a treat when the Halo TV series launches. Now, I don't normally do this, but I actually want to plug some of my IGN work. I'll put a link in the comments below, but I got to check out the Matrix Awakens teaser and talk to the developers over at IGN. I did this big write-up over the last few days talking about how good the game looks and just what they've managed to accomplish with the Unreal Engine. That is a digital asset. That is not a photo of Keanu Reeves. That is created in Unreal. And they do some really, really interesting stuff. Check out my story in the comments below if you want to check out the full thing. The Matrix stuff is just, it's really, really neat. And just here's a quick sneak peek. This is all not from the movie. This was created in Unreal. And I had to go look at the movie again and ask, like, so is this Unreal or is this the actual movie scene? And what they did was they recreated that movie scene in Unreal, and it's kind of like a really trippy experience. Go check out my full article. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my videos, those were my picks for the Game Awards. Stuff that I really, really like that I think you don't want to miss. Let me know what yours were in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that bell to know when they go live. I do appreciate you very much watching this video. I also appreciate the members. Thank you so much to everybody who supports this channel. I really appreciate you doing so. You keep me going. So thank you for supporting. If you want to become a member, click that join button down there. Subscribe, join. Do what you can. I'm trying to grow this thing to 100,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer every single day. Thank you so much. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.